This is the model of 1921 Thompson submachine gun. This was first produced by the Auto Ordnance Corporation in contract with the Colt Manufacturing Company. A total of 15,000 of this model were produced in the year 1921. They were produced with the highest specifications and finish both in the metal and the woodwork. I thought it would be interesting to compare the side-by-side looks and function of this gun compared with the 1928 A1 World War II era model 1928. This is the model 1928 A1 manufactured in late 1941 by the Auto Ordnance Bridgeport plant. This gun obviously has a somewhat duller finish, made to military specifications. Let's take a look at these both close-up, side to side, and then compare their function. At first casual inspection, they both look the same, although when you look closer, the model 1921 has a finer fit and finish both in the metal finish, the bright blue of the model 1921, and the brightly finely finished woodwork, compared with the duller military dew-light finish on the metal of the 1928 A1, which also demonstrates a duller handle and shoulder stock wooden finish. Both have fine walnut woodwork. Looking at these close up, the compensator of the model 1928 A1 has logos and angled slits. The model 1921 has a smaller compensator by about 6 millimeters circumference and vertical slices in the compensator, as opposed to the angled slices in the 28A1. 28A1 has both the Thompson and the Cuts logos and patent marks on it. The metal finish of the model 1921 is bright blue. It's finely finished, as are the barrel fins. The wood of the 1921 is also fine walnut and is highly glossed. The 1928 A1 has a duller metal dew-light finish. The metal fins are square and sharp. When compared with the model 1921, they are thinner and machined very smooth. The model 1921 has an ejector that is flat and completely smooth. No orientation bumps or any other identifiers. The 1928 A1 has an orientation bump as well as the ejector screw. Right next to the ejector on the 28A1 is an inspector stamp, this one called WB. On the model 1921, there's no inspector stamp in this area. It's on the other side of the gun. There's the original markings plus some sheriff's markings. U.S. model 1928 A1 with its cross cannon beside the serial number. The thumb controls of the model 1921 are unique. All three have metal cross hatching. There's no hole in the magazine release, and there is a hole in the safety switch. The only model of the Thompson that has this. The 28A1 has cross hatching only on the magazine release and has a hole in that. The rocker switch and safety switch both are smooth without cross hatching, and neither has a hole in it. Butt stocks compared, the 1921 on the left has more nickel obviously in it. And looking at the stock's end on, you'll see a little anchor logo on the model 1921, which is one of the logos for the Remington company that did all of the woodwork. Other markings are fairly self-explanatory. The woodwork on both guns is very fine, high quality walnut. The only difference is the bright finish on the model 1921. On the right side of the receiver, there are 9 patent dates on the 1921. The 28A1 has patent numbers. Close to this, you'll see a few rust scars from improper storage of this weapon. If you look closely, right near the ejection port, there's a JHB. It stands for Major John H. Barrett, who personally inspected every one of the 15,000 Colt Thompsons. On the 28A1, there are 13 patent numbers on the rear right side of the receiver instead of the dates. From the top view, both guns look very similar except for the aforementioned finish. Both have the Lyman sights with the elevator. And once again, the rather square or straight slits in the cuts compensator on the model 1921 is an obvious difference. And once again, from the top, it looks the same. And once again, it's notable the angle slits in the cuts compensator. Both of these guns have a great feel and handle well. The model 1921, with its smaller actuator and larger recoil spring, is said to have a faster cyclic rate by about 100 rounds per minute. Both guns function very well. And let's take a look at the actual functioning of the guns. First the model 1921 and then the 28. The cyclic rates of fire look and sound the same. In actual time measurements, the 1921 is 0.2 to 0.3 seconds faster in emptying a 20-shot magazine. The 1921 is the crown jewel of the collector because of its age, historical aura, its fine workmanship, and the fact that only 2,000 to 4,000 of the original 15,000 still exist. Original 1921 parts are very rare and very expensive. The 1928A1, on the other hand, was especially made for the military, and a much larger number of the original 562,000 still exist. World War II parts for the 28A1 are still plentiful and relatively inexpensive, thus making this gun more preferable for frequent shooting. Well, that's about it for now. Have fun and be careful out there.